स्त्री प्रत्यय प्रकरणे 15 पाठः। फेब्रुवरी मासस्य 25 दिनाङ्कः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरान् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। Any volunteers for अष्टाध्यायी?
Namaste, Soumyaji, I can do it.
Sure, Vasuji.
चतुर्थोऽध्यायः प्रथमः प्रातिपदिकात् सौजसमौ न्योसुप प्रियाम् अजाद्यतश्चाप्नेभ्यो नीश उगिदश्च मनोरथ
ऋन्नेभ्यो ङीप्
ऋन्नेभ्यो नीप् उगिदश्च मनोरथ पादोन्यतरस्यां तादृची न षट्स्वत्ससादित्यः मनः अनो बहुव्रीहे ताबुवाद्याम् अन्यतरस्याम् अनुपसर्जनात् यद्धानै वयसच् दग्नै मात्रच् तय पृथक् तै
क्वरपः
It says something else here. Kyanam.
No, it is just that Kvarapaha, that is the sutra.
Yanyascha pracham shvastadvidha sarvatra lokitaadikatantebhyah kaurabhyamandokabhyam cha vayasi pratame vikoho अपरिमाण विस्ताचतकं बल्येभ्यो न तद्धितदुति काण्डान्ता क्षेत्रे पुरुषात् प्रमाणेन्यतरस्यां बहुव्रीहे रुदसो ङीष
बहुव्रीहे रूधसो ङीष
बहुव्रीहे रूदसो ङीष संख्याभ्यादे एर ङीप दामः आयानान्तराश्च अन उपधादो विनोन्यतरस्यां नित्यं संज्ञाश्चन्दसोः केवलमामकभागधे अपापर समानार्यकृत सुमङ्गलदेशजाश्च रात्रेश्चाजसौ अन्तर्वत् पतिर्वतोर्नुक पक्तुर्न्यो यज्ञसंयोगे विभाषा सपूर्वस्य नित्यं सपत्न्यादिषु पूतक्रतोरै च वृषाकप्याग्नि कुसिदाना मुदात्तः
कुसिदानमुदात्तः
वर्णादनुदात्तः
kusita. According to Kaumudi, it is Hrasva. Kusidanam Kusidanam. Both are Hrasva.
Oh, there's a misprint here.
No, that is according to the Kaumudi. Yeah.
Anorava Varnat Anudatta Sopatado Maha Anyato Nish Shadgauradivyascha.
Okay. I will teach from here. Masaji, please repeat. Shrit Gauradibhyascha Janapada Kunda Gona Sthala Bhajanaga Kala Neela Kusha Kamuka Kabarat Vrityamatra Avapana Akritrima Shrana Sthaulya Varnanachadana Ayovikara Maithunecha Keshaveshesho Shonat Pracham Voto Gunavachanat Bhakvadibhyascha Nityan Chandasi Bhuvascha Punyogadakhyayam Indra Varuna Bhavasharva Rudra Mrida Himaranya Yava Yavana Matulacharyanam Anuk Kritat Karana Purvat Ktadalpakhyayam Bahuvriheschanto Dattat Asvanga Purva Padadva Swangachopasarjanad Asanyogo Padhat Nasikodarauštha Janghadanta Karna Shringacha Nakrodadi Bahvachaha Saha Nai Vidyamana Purvacha Nakhamukhat Samnyayam Dirghajihvi Chachandasi Dikpurva Padannip Vahaha. Thank you. इदानीं नीष् प्रकरणे स्मः। टाप् प्रत्ययः अधीतः, डाप् अधीतः, ततः नीप् प्रत्ययः, इदानीं नीष् प्रत्ययः आरब्धः। अन्यतो नीष् इति सूत्रेण लुदान्तान्तात् वर्णवाचिनः तोपधभिन्नात् नीष् प्रत्ययः भवति इति ज्ञातम्। अनन्तरं सूत्रमासीत् षिद् गौरादिभ्यश्च, षिद्भ्यः गौरादिभ्यश्च, गौरादिगणे ये शब्दाः पठिताः तेभ्यः च नीष् प्रत्ययः भवति इति। अग्रिमं सूत्रमस्ति प्रकरणे जानपदकुण्डगोणस्थलभाजनागकालनीलकुशकामुककबरात् वृत्त्यमत्रावपनात् कृत्रिमाश्रणास्थौल्यवर्णानाच्छादन अयोविकारकुणिथुनेच्छा केशवेशेषु। Long sutra, but there is nothing very difficult to understand about the sutra. It is just a list of words and a list of meanings in which these sutras will get niche. As simple as that. You should know how to split the words of the sutra. There are 11 words and 11 meanings associated with them. Janapada, Kunda, Gona, Sthala, Bhaja, Naga, Kala, Neela, कुश कामुक कबरात्। सो एभ्यः प्रातिपदिकेभ्यः इत्यर्थः। इत्येकं पदम्। वृत्ति अमत्र आवपन अकृत्रिमा श्राणा स्थौल्य वर्णा अनाच्छादन अयोविकार मैथुनेच्छा केशवेशेषु इति द्वितीयं पदम्। सो एषु अर्थेषु एभ्यः प्रातिपदिकेभ्यः नीष् भवति इति सूत्रार्थः। अन्यतो नीष् इत्यतः नीष् इति अनुवर्तते। एभ्यः एकादशभ्यः प्रातिपदिकेभ्यः क्रमात् वृत्त्यादिषु अर्थेषु नीष् स्यात्। अर्थात् जानपदशब्दस्य वृत्त्यर्थे नीष् भवति, कुण्डशब्दस्य अमत्रार्थे नीष् भवति, गोणशब्दस्य आवपनार्थे नीष् भवति इत्यादि रीत्या अर्थः विज्ञेयः। जानपदी वृत्तिश्चेत् अन्या तु जानपदी। प्रथमं पदमस्ति जानपद इति पदं। तस्मात् वृत्त्यर्थे जनपदे भव जानपदा इति, जनपदे भव जानपदी इति निष्पत्तिः। So something which is there in Janapada. Janapada is countryside, or what we call a folk thing. So if we are referring to an occupation of the countryside, something like a craft making or pottery or something, then we call it as Janapadi. That is, we have niche in Vrittyartha. Anyatu, if it is something else, Janapade Bhava, Kachit Stri, athva some Janapade Bhava, something else, some other qualifier. If the Vishesha is something else other than Vritti, then also we will have Janapadi form, kintu Ni Pratyaya Bhavati. उत्सादित्वात् अन्यन्तत्वेन टिड्ढाणै इति नीपि आद्युदात्तः. So he shows the difference. Even though the form is the same, उभयत्र जानपदी इत्येव रूपं भवति, किन्तु यदा अन्य अर्थात् वृत्तिं विहाय अन्यः कश्चन अर्थः भवति, तदा उत्सादित्वात्, उत्सादिषु जानपदशब्दः अस्ति, अतः उत्सादिभ्यो ङि इत्यनेन तद्धितः अन्य प्रत्ययः भवति। टिड्ढाणै इति सूत्रेण नीप् प्रत्ययः भवति। नीपि पुनः जानपदी इति रूपं, किन्तु आद्युदात्तः स्वरे विशेषः भवति। नी प्रत्यये सति आद्युदात्तः भवति। नीशितो यदा नीष् प्रत्ययः तदा प्रत्ययस्वरेण अन्तोदात्तत्वं, नीष् षित् प्रत्ययः तस्मात् अन्तोदात्तत्वं भवति इति स्वरे विशेषः। Even though the forms are same, if it is Adyudatta, we treat it as something else. Janapade Bhava iti Yogidattah, Kachit Anyat Kinchit Svikriyate. And if it is a Vritti, if it is Antodatta, then we know that it is referring to an occupation of the Janapadas, something which belongs to the Janapadas. Okay? So here Vritti is not the technical or grammatical term of Vritti. Panchavrittayaha, Kridvritti, Tathivritti, Riyadrutyate, Tanna. It is not that. It is the general occupation, Jivika ityarthe वृत्तिशब्दः अत्र प्रयुक्तः। कुंडी अमत्रं चेत् कुंडान्या. So the next word is kunda. The word kunda will get niche when it is referring to amatra. Amatra is a patra. Okay, it is a vessel is called amatra. Patra matre. So if you look at the vyakhyana for kundi, पिठनं स्थाल युखाकुंडम इत्यमरः पात्रामत्रे च भाजनम. So patra and amatra. So patra is a vessel, that is called also called amatra. कुंडस्य शब्दस्य स्त्रीत्वम् अपि नीश विधि सामर्थ्यात्. So the स्त्रीत्व here, kunda is पिठरे to nana kundam. So it is a dvilinga, that it can be either pullinga or napumsakalinga. It means a patra. So how do you get a strilinga for it? Because it is referring to a vessel. Strita api nish vidhi samarthyat. Because Panini has told nish, we know that the word exists in strilinga also. So if it is in strilinga, it will be kundi with nish. Kunda shabdat nish pratyaya. Kunda anya iti uchyate. So kunda yada anya nama amatram विहाय अन्यः कश्चन अर्थः यदा उच्यते तदा नीश् न भवति, किन्तु टाप् प्रत्ययः भवति. कुण्डा इति रूपं, तस्य दहनीया इत्यर्थः. कुण्डा नाम दहनीया, something that is to be burnt, something. कुडि दाहे इति धातोः निष्पन्नः, गुरोश्च हलः इति अप्रत्ययः. So he shows the derivation of the word. How does it give another meaning is कुडि दाहे इति धातोः गुरोश्च हलः इति अप्रत्यये कृते कुण्डा इति रूपं भवति. तस्मात् टापि कुण्डा इति रूपम्. यस्तो अमृते जारजः कुण्डः इति मनुष्यजातिवचनः ततो जातिलक्षणः नीश् भवत्येव. Now there is another word called kunda. As we saw, one is in the sense of amatra or patra, and दहनीया इत्यर्थे अस्ति. अन्यः कश्चन कुण्डशब्दः अस्ति, अमृते जारजः कुण्डः इति स्मृत्यादिषु उच्यते. So actually there are several different sub jatis of manushas which have been told. It goes on. If something born of a, say, a Brahmin man with a Kshatriya wife, there is a particular name for it. So the son of that thing, there is some other name. So there are many such classifications found. One of these is called kunda. The manushya jati vachanaha. It is the name of one of the manushya jati. Tataha jati lakshanaha nish bhavatyeva. So he says, if we are using that word, tada jatera stri vishayalayo padhat ityagre vakshyate jati lakshanaha nish. There is nish, but not by this sutra. Amatrarthe nish iti na. Kintu jati vachanasya jati lakshanaha nish pratyayah bhavati. So jati vachakatvam asti chet jatera stri vishayadityana nish pratyayah bhavati. अमात्रवाचकत्वम् अथवा पात्रवाचकत्वम् अस्ति चेत् जानपदकुण्डगोण इत्यनेन नीश् भवति. अन्ये अर्थे अर्थात् दहनीया इत्यर्थे तु नीश् न भवति, टाप् भवति इत्यर्थः. So if you look at the Vyakhyaana, Jatilakshana Nish iti, जातेरस्त्री विषयादिति जाति निमित्तकः इत्यर्थः. जाति लक्षणः नाम जातित्वं निमित्तीकृत्य यः नीश् प्रत्ययः विधीयते जातेरस्त्री विषयात् इति सूत्रेण तेन नीश् भवति इति. ननु अमत्रेऽपि वाच्ये कुण्डशब्दात् जातिलक्षण नीशिसि तद्वचनं व्यर्थम्. So he raises a question here. Amatrepi vache, even when it is referring to a patra, then also it is a jati. Right? I mean, jati is not, you should not read jati. You will understand. I mean, jatehe lakshanam agre diyate. We will see what is a jati. But even a patra, that is also constitutes a jati. Jati is not just the narrow meaning of a sect or a community among humans. So we say gotva is a jati. We say similarly a patratva, or the quality of the patra or amatra, that itself is also a jati. Ghatatva is a jati, patatva is a jati. So here, even in here, amatratva iti jatihi iti krutva, amatrepi vachye kunda shabdat jati lakshana nishi siddhe. So we can have jati lakshana nish here. Tat vachanam vyartham. So why is the word kunda being added here? Even when it means amatra, you can have nish by jate rastri vishayadayo padha. Kimartham punarvachanam. ननु अमत्रेपि वाच्ये कुंड शब्दात् जाति लक्षण ङीषि सिद्धे तद्वचनं व्यर्थम् न च अमत्रे एव ङीष् इति नियमार्थं तत् इति वाच्यम् सिद्धे सति आरभ्यमाणो विधिः नियमाय भवति when a karya is already happening by a sutra, if it is told again, there will be some niyama. Okay. So here there could be a niyama. What is the niyama? Amatre eva ङीष्. यदा अमत्र जाति उच्यते तत्रैव ङीष् भवति अन्यत्र न भवति इति नियमार्थम् इति वक्तुं न शक्यते. किमर्थम्? एवं सति मनुष्यजातिविशेषवाचित्वे ङीषः अनुत्पत्तेः. If we treat it as a niyama, for manushya jati there would not be ङीष्. We require ङीष् when it applies to the manushya jati and also when it means amatra. So how do we do it? इति प्रश्नः. न च अमत्रे एव ङीष् इति नियमार्थं तत् इति वाच्यम् एवं सति मनुष्य जाति विशेष वाचित्वे ङीषः अनुत्पत्तिः इत्यत आह. Therefore he says in the Mula itself, Bhattoji Dikshita gives the samadhana. अमत्रे हि स्त्री विषयत्वात् अप्राप्तः ङीष् विधीयते न तु नियम्यते. So he says it is not a niyama. Okay. प्राप्ते सति यः विधिः आरभ्यते सः नियमार्थः. अमत्रार्थे ङीषः प्राप्तिः न भवति. जातिवाचकत्वेपि ङीषः प्राप्तिः न भवति. किमर्थं? स्त्री विषयत्वात्. सो यदा अमत्रवाचकत्वम् अस्ति कुण्ड शब्दस्य तदा सः स्त्री विषयः अर्थात् नित्यस्त्रीलिङ्गः. Okay. So again continue with the व्याख्यान. He states clearly जातेर स्त्री विषयादिति अनित्य स्त्रीलिंगात् ङीष् विहितः. The sutra जातेर अस्त्री विषयात्, where there is अस्त्री विषयात्. स्त्री विषया means nitya strilinga, that which is always compulsorily in strilinga. Astri vishaya is anitya strilinga, that is the word should be in both pullinga and strilinga. जातेर अस्त्री विषयादिति अनित्य स्त्रीलिंगात् ङीष् विहितः. अमत्रे कुंड शब्दः नित्य स्त्रीलिंगः. Whereas the word kunda in the sense of amatra, amatram iti arthe yaha kunda shabdaha saha nitya strilingah. Padantaram vina striyam vartamanatvam nitya stritvam iti swikarat. So he defines what is nitya strilinga. So even without any other word you can understand that it is strilinga. Padantaram vina striyam vartamanatvam nitya stritvam iti swikarat. कुंडी कमंडलौ जारात पतिपत्नी सुते पुमान इति मेदिनी कोशाच. कुंडी कमंडलौ, कमंडलु अथवा पात्रमित्यर्थे कुंडी इति नित्यस्त्रीलिंग शब्दः. तस्मिन् अर्थे कुंड शब्दस्य प्रयोगः नास्ति. तथा च कुंड शब्दात् जातिलक्षण ङीष् अप्राप्तः एव विधीयते न तु नियम्यते. So this is not a niyama but a new vidhi, अप्राप्त विधि. अतः मनुष्य जातिवाचित्वेपि ङीष् निर्बाधः इति भावः. Therefore मनुष्य जातिवाचित्वे जातेरस्त्री विषयादित्यनेन ङीष् भवति. पात्रवाचित्वे जानपदकुण्ड इत्यनेन ङीष् भवति. अन्येषु अर्थेषु ङीष् न भवति इत्यर्थः. Yes, Vasuji. Is there a question?
Yeah, this. What is the meaning of Kundi Kamandalo Jarati Patipatni Sutri Puman? What is the meaning?
There are two meanings of Kundi. One is Kamandalu. He's saying Kamandalu or the Patra is one meaning. The other thing he is saying, that is the explanation of that Amrute Jarajah Kundaha. So Kundi will be the something. I think that is Medini Kosha, that is different. I think I should know the entire context before I can explain what that the second half of it means. So the word Kundi is used in different meanings. The one meaning, the first one is Kamandalu. The second one is Jarat Patipatni Sute Puman. I am not sure because it does not seem to be complete, or I don't know exact the context to know what it means.
What is the Medini Kosha?
Medini Kosha is another Kosha like the Amara Kosha.
Oh.
Amara is the most famous of the Koshas, but there are several other Koshas. There is Halayatha Kosha, Medini Kosha, etc., which also give the Artha, etc., synonyms. It is like Amara Kosha. So for words which are, Amara is the most pramanika. We treat Amara as pramana. But if there is something which is not in the Amara or which is put better by some other Kosha, they quote it as a reference.
I thought the Jarat refers to Kamukatpuman or something like that.
Refers to?
Kamuka.
Yes. So I don't know. That is what I could not understand what the second part means. I should look into the Mula and see what it is referring to.
Thank
you. So I'll try to look it up and clarify. Okay, there is just one more line in the Tattva Bodhini which I wanted to draw your attention to here regarding Kunda Shabda. So under the Pratika which says Kundi, okay, he gives a different quote from the Amara. He says Astri Kamandalu Kundi Ityamaraha. So a Kamandalu is also called Kundi. Okay, Astri Kamandalahu. Kamandalu is not in Strilinga, whereas Kundi is in Strilinga. Kunda Anya iti. The Kriya Shabda yam. Kriya Shabda means Dahaniya iti Kriya Vachaka Shabdaha. Atayevaha Kudidahe ityadi. Yasto Ghataparyayaha Kunda Shabdaha Saha na Pratyudaharanam. He also says there is the Kunda which will mean Ghata, a pot. Okay. Pitharam Sthalyuka Kundam iti tasya Napumsakatvat. When it means a pot, it will be in Nitya Napumsakalinga. Okay, so that is Napumsakalinga. Agnalayadi Paryayopi Kunda Shabdaha Napumsakalinge Niyataha. It also means Agnalaya, a place where there is fire. Fire is kept or something. So he again gives a reference from Medini. Kundam Agnalaye Manabhede Devajalashaye iti Medini Koshat. So we can see, why I read out this passage is that the Kunda Shabda is used in many different meanings. Okay. So there are, when you are using the word Kundi, there is a very specific meaning that you are conveying. So even though the main word is the same, the nish pratyaya itself gives a very specific meaning to it. And not having the nish or being in Strilinga as Kunda, it has a very different meaning. And just the Kunda, which is used in Napumsakalinga, will have a different meaning. You can see how there is the vocabulary or the words have very different senses based on just these minute differences in, say, a pratyaya or a linga. They make a huge difference. Okay. So let's move on. Janapada Kuda Gona. Goni Avapanam Chet Gona Anya. So the next word is gona. So goni is avapana. Goni is the sack, the gani sack. The word gani has probably been drawn from this. This word is again in use in, say, especially in Kannada. It is called goni, or goni chila is the gani sack. Okay. So goni avapanam, something in which it is kept, is a gani sack, is called goni. In that meaning, the word gona will have niche and the form will be goni. Gona anya. In other senses, there will be top. Kim gona ityasya kah arthah tasyaschit samya iti uchyate. So it is a samya shabda, then it will be gona, that is top. So when there is niche, it will mean a sack, and when it is top, it is the name of somebody, some woman. Tasyaschin nama. Janapada kunda gona sthala. Sthali akritrima chet sthala anya. So sthali is akritrima or aparishkrita bhumihi. Idanintana purusha parishkrita bhumihi kritrima. So a piece of land which has been plowed or which has been in some way refined by today's men or by hand is kritrima. That is, there has been some change made to it. Tadbhinna, that which is untouched or what is called as virgin land, which is not plowed or not modified in any way, that is akritrima. So sthali akritrima chet janapada kunda gona sthala vritti amatra avapana akritrima iti uchyate. Akritrima bhumi sthali. So when we use the word sthali, we are indicating that it has not undergone any modification. It is untouched land. Sthala anya. So when it is kritrima, that when it has been plowed or in some way used by men, it is called sthala. So there is a difference between sthali and sthala. In both cases, it refers to land, but in one case it is untouched land, in the other case it is modified land. Bhaja, janapada kundagona sthala bhaja, vrityamatra kritrima shrana. Bhaji shrana chet bhaja anya. Yamagu rushnika shrana ityamaraha. The soup is called shrana, and that itself is bhaji. So a soup is called bhaji. Or yamaguhu ityaseva bhaji iti padam. Tasmin arthe bhaja shabdat nish pratyah bhavati bhaji iti rupam. Bhaja anya. Bhaja nama pakva ityartha. Okay. So something which is just cooked. इत्यर्थे पक्वा इत्यर्थे भाजा इति शब्दस्य प्रयोगः अस्ति. विशिष्य यमागुः यदि उच्यते तदा भाजी इति रूपम्. So actually that is also called so because it has been cooked. पक्वा इत्यर्थे एव, किन्तु विशिष्य यमागुः इत्यर्थे भाजी इति रूपं प्रयुज्यते. पक्वा इत्यर्थे भाजा इति उच्यते. The question, Vasuji, I did not understand the question. I mean, what is the intent, Lakshmi? We are not. Vasuji, can you clarify your question? I did not. Okay, we will continue. You can. Nagi, Janapada Kundagona Sthala Bhaja Naga. Nagi Sthula Chet, Naga Anya. So actually, so this is Gajavachi Naga Shabda. He says Nagi Sthula Chet, when something fat, being fat, fatness is intended, it is called Nagi. But the word Nagi does not mean fat by itself. So he clarifies, Gadavachi Naga Shabdaha. The word Naga has two senses. One is an elephant and the other is a serpent. Ubhayoho arthayoho Naga Shabdaha asti. Yadyapi sarparthe अर्थे प्रसिद्धः तथापि गजार्थे अपि नागशब्दः अस्ति नागेन्द्रः इत्यस्य गजराजः इत्यर्थः अस्ति सो गजवाची नागशब्दः स्थौल्यगुणयोगात् अन्यत्र प्रयुक्तः उदाहरणं so the example for this is gaja that is a female elephant will be called nagi because it is associated with the quality of sthaulya guna even though it does not directly mean sthula it means it has a different meaning of gaja but sthaulya guna yoga because it is associated with sthaulya guna we call it as nagi. Okay, so nagi is a female elephant. Naga anya. So anya nama sarpamachitu. When it means a serpent, dairghya guna yogat. It is associated with qualities like length. A serpent is very long and flexible, but not sthaulya. Dairghya guna yoga anyatra prayuktaha pratyudaharanam. So the pratyudaharana for this, that is naga, refers to a female serpent. यत्र स्थौल्यगुणयोगः अस्ति तादृशः गजशब्दः गजवाचकः नागशब्दः तस्मात् नीश् प्रत्ययः भवति नागी इति रूपम् यस्तु सर्पवाचकः तस्मात् टाप् भवति नागा इति रूपम्. Okay, Vasuji, I'll unmute you. Repeat your question.
The question was Lakshmi Vishnu Vakshasthalasthita. Is that use of Vishnu Vakshasthali is appropriate?
There, I mean, Vishnu Vakshasthalasthita. No, for the word Vakshasthala, we don't use, I mean, we will not have a sthali here. I mean, it refers to actual land or bhumi. Okay. There, the word sthala is used as in, say, the abode or something else. So, I don't think this can be used there.
One who owns the Vakshasthala is okay.
No, I mean, this is not used in sense of ownership or something is not there. Vakshasthala Vasini Ityeva. She who lives in the Vakshasthala of Vishnu is the sense there, but this question of Akratrima will not arise there. It refers very particularly to land which has been tilled and land which has not been tilled. So, yes. So, Janapada Kundagona Sthana Bhaja Naga Kala. So, Kali Varnaschet Kala Anya. So, Kali is a Kala Varna Vishishta, black in color. So, Kali Devi, she is black ityarthe, Kali iti prayogaha, who is dark in color. Kali nama Kala Varna Vishishta ityartha. Kala Anya. Kala nama Kraurya Yukta. So, the Kala there also refers to dark, but it refers to the quality. That is the dark quality or the bad quality of having too much of cruelty. Kraurya Yukta ityarthe Kala iti prayogaha. Athava Samnya Shabdaha. It can be the name of somebody. So when we are calling the Devi as Kali, we are referring to that she is dark in color. So when it has a reference to color, it will be Kali. Otherwise, it will be Kala. Neeli Anachhadanam Chet Neela Anya. So, Anachhadanam, when it is not Achhadana, something which is worn, Tada Neeli iti rupam bhavati, Anya Neela. So, something else, that is when it is Achhadana, it will be Neela. Neela Rakta Shati ityarthaha. So, Shati, that is a cloth, a covering cloth or a sari. Shati can be used for both. So, that will be called Neela because it refers to Achhadana, that which is worn or covered. Tadatu Neela iti rupam bhavati. Anachhadanam. Neelya anvaktavyaha iti an. So, that refers to how do you get the word of Neelya Rakta Shati? He says the word Neeli is the Aushadhi, will get an pratyaya. So then it becomes Neela. तस्मात् टापि नीला इति भवति नील्या रक्ता शाटी इत्यर्थे सो अनाच्छादनेपि न सर्वत्र he says नीली अनाच्छादनम not referring to an आच्छादना तत्रापि न सर्वत्र सर्वत्र अनाच्छादने so anything which is not आच्छादना will not get niche किंतु नीलाद औषधौ so when it refers to औषधि that is some herb or drug so तत्रैव नील्या रक्ता शाटी इत्यत्र नीली इति यः शब्दः नीली नाम औषधिः some herb which is नीला in color okay so नीलाद औषधौ नीली so नीली refers to an औषधि औषधिः इत्यर्थे नीश भवति प्राणिनि च अथवा an animal इत्यर्थे नीली गौः black cow can also be called नीली so अनाच्छादने इत्युक्तेपि वार्तिककारेण नियमः क्रियते so the Panini just says अनाच्छादना not आच्छादना but वार्तिककारा limits the usage of niche to two things one is औषधि that is when it refers to a herbal preparation it will be neeli then pranini when it refers to an animal it could be neeli in other cases it will be neela something which is black in color okay neeli gauhu anything else will be neela okay. Samyayam va when it is a samya when it is a name vikalpena bhavati विकल्पेन नीश प्रत्ययः नीली इत्यपि भवितुम् अर्हति नीला इत्यपि भवितुम् अर्हति अग्रिममस्ति कुशी अयोविकारश्चेत् कुशा अन्या जानपद कुण्डगोण स्थलभाग नाग काल नील कुश अयोविकारः अयस् नाम iron so iron rod is called kushi so kusha is generally a blade of grass. So if it is made of iron, then it will be called kushi. A small stick or a small rod of iron is called kushi. Kusha anya. So anya is the trina. The grass is called kusha. Whereas if it is iron, it will be called kushi. So ayovikara maithunecha kamuki. जानपद कुंडगोण स्थलभाज नाग काल नील कुश कामुक कामुक शब्दात् so kamuka is desire somebody who desires something so if the desire is very specific maithunecha chet if it is a sexual desire so somebody a woman who desires that then it will be niche kamuki maithunecha chet kamuka anya so desire for any other thing like say desire for wealth or anything else then there will be tap and the form will be kamuka so niche is given only in the very specific sense of maithunecha keshavesheshu so the last word is kabara kusha kamuka kabarat the word kabara keshavesheshu keshavesha kabari keshanam sanniveshaschet a specific style of tying the hair is called kabari. Kabari is hair styled in a special way. Okay, that is kabara. Kabari keshanam sanniveshaschet kabara anya. Whereas if it is tap, chitra ityarthaha. It means multicolored. Chitra varna yukta ityarthe kabara ityasya prayogah. Kabari iti tu keshaveshe. So you can look at the table which sums up. So there are 11 words. There will be two forms. Only in one case, that is in Janapada, whether it is this meaning or other, it will be Janapadi. Because in one case there is niche, where it means a vritti or jivika. Whereas neep pratyastu Janapade bhava ityarthe neep bhavati. Anyatra sarvatra visheshte arthe niche bhavati. Tasya arthasya bhave tap bhavati. कुंडी इत्यस्य अमत्रम अथवा कमंडलुः पात्रम इत्यर्थः कुंडा इत्यस्य तु दहनीया इत्यर्थः एवं गोणी इत्युक्ते आमपनं सैक् इत्यर्थः गोणा इति तु कस्याश्चन संज्ञा स्थली इत्यस्य अकृत्रिमा भूमिः इत्यर्थः स्थला इति तु कृत्रिमा भूमिः भाजी इत्यस्य श्राणा अथवा यवागुः इत्यर्थः भाजा इति तु पक्वा इत्यर्थे उपयुज्यते। नागी नाम हस्तिनी, a female elephant. नागा इति तु सर्पिणी, a female serpent. काली इत्युक्ते कालवर्णयुक्ता इत्यर्थः। काला इत्युक्ते क्रूरा, क्रौर्यगुणयुक्ता इत्यर्थः। नीली इत्यस्य तु I'm sorry, it is not Neelavarnayukta Shatika, then it will be Neela. So like Neelavarnayukta Shatika will be Neela. So Neeli will be Oshadhi or Prani. So it can either be an Oshadhi or a Prani. It is not Prani also, it is Prani. So it is Oshadhi Prani Va. So there is an error which I will correct later. Kushi, it is a ayastranam, a twig made of iron is Kushi. Kusha, it is a trinavisheshaha ityarthaha. Kamuki, maithunechhavati. Kamuka, iti tu dhanadi ichhavati. Something, desire something else, like it might be wealth or clothes, anything else. Kabari, it is a keshaveshaha ityarthaha. Kabara, it is a chitra ityarthaha. So that is about Janapada, Punda, Gona, etc. So the next sutra, Shonat Pracham. Shonat Pracham iti padadvayam. Anyato ngish ityatah ngish iti anvartate. Shona shabdat, from the word Shona, vikalpena ngish pratyayah bhavati ityarthaha. So if you look at the Vyakhyana, there is a Shonat Pracham. Rohito lohito rakta shorah koka nadachvihi ityamaha. So the word Shona is red colored. Okay. Varnanam tanati nitantanam iti Shona shabdaha adyudattaha anudattantaha. Okay. So third na akaraha na iti ante asti ityataha adihi udattaha bhavati anudattantaha. Anyato ngish iti nityam ngishi prapte. So this word, since it is topadha bhinna Anudattanta varnavachaka, anyato ngish ityanena nityam ngish pratyayah praptaha. It should have got compulsory ngish by anyato ngish. Anyato ngish iti nityam ngishi prapte vikalpartham. But there is like optional ngish here. So Panini has created a separate sutra. Shonat pracham. Pracham mate ngish bhavati anyatra na bhavati. Shoni shona iti rupadvayam bhavati. Voto gunavachanat iti agrimam sutram. Trini padani santi. Va utaha gunavachanat iti padatrayam. Anyato ngish ityataha ngish iti anavartate. Udantad gunavachinaha va ngish syat. So a gunavachaka shabda which ends in ukara. Tasmat vikalpena ngish pratyayah bhavati ityarthaha. So Wang Neep, but there is the reading with Balamanorama says Wang Neep. So the Balamanorama says that it should be Neep Pratyaya here. Okay, so if you look at the Vyakhyana, it says Wang Neep. Nish iti na atra anuvartate. Very clear, he says Nish will not be given as anuvakti here. Gunavachana Neeb adyudattarthaha iti vartikat iti bhavaha. So he says there is a vartika which says Gunavachanat Neep. There will be Neep pratyaya adyudattarthaha for getting the adyudatta swara. So Balamanoramakara treats this as Neep. However, there is one note by the editor of the book. He says Balamanoramakruta atra Neep iti pathaha manyate anyatra tu sarvatra kaumudi pustakeshu nish ityeva pathaha. Because it occurs in a series of niche and there is nothing to differentiate. So everywhere else it is treated as niche. Nacha vyakyanadishu kvapi gnipaha anuvrittihi atra ukta. He says in other vyakyanas you will not find the anuvritti of neep. Everywhere else we find niche. But according to Balamanoramakara, he is very specific and says it is neep. So it is up to us to decide. So actually according to the series, according to Panini, it has to be niche. Ityeva वस्तुतः तद्वार्तिकं कुत्र अस्ति इति द्रष्टव्यं. वार्तिकम् अस्ति चेत् नीप् इति. Yeah, Kashika, everybody else treats it as niche. Only the Balamanoramakara who gives as neep. So what Dikshitar himself intended, we do not know. I mean, because Dikshitar does not elaborate on the point. When commentators on the Kaumudi, everybody else treat it as niche. Only Balamanoramakara treats it as neep. So, but Vartika, where is it found? You have to look at up in the Mahabhashya. Is it there? And what context?
Unmuted.
Okay. So,
Swamiji, it is there in the Mahabhashya. It says Vasu Shabdat Gunavachanat Neep Adiudatartham. Vasvi. Vasvi, it says. Mahabhashya, it says.
So it is very specific to the word Vasu.
Yeah. Vasu Shabdat Gunavachanat. So
why is okay. So Balamanoramā treats it as a general thing probably.
Muted.
I don't know why, but it is niche. I mean, I feel it is niche, so I've included niche here because everybody else treats it as niche. So, but we should know that there is a difference according to this particular section. Okay. Okay, so we'll treat it as niche for now. Udantat gunavachanaha vaanish syadyeva. Now, what is this gunavachana? Gunavachana, I mean, simply put, it is a word which indicates quality. Okay. If you look at the Vyakhyana, it is very useful. He gives the lakshana of what is Gunavachana, Karika from the Mahabhashya. Sattve nivishate paiti pruthakjati shudrishyate adheyascha kriyadascha sosatta prakritir gunaha. He gives the lakshana of what is guna. Okay, it's a very interesting discussion in where in the Balamanoramā you find a detailed explanation of this particular Karika. If you want it, I can go into it, but not today. I mean, we can look at it if you are interested because it is a bit complicated. I'll tell you now. I mean, he takes each word and say why is that particular word told in lakshana. Because you see, a lakshana is something very precise. Lakshana is something which is very unique to Indian traditions, tarka, and even in other cases where you define something, it is very, very specific. There are three doshas which, I mean, when you characterize something, there can be three things happening. There is avyapti, ativyapti, and what's the other one? Asambhava. Ativyapti, avyapti, asambhava, the three doshas which can be in a lakshana. Lakshana is a definition. You should precisely define something so that it is free from these three doshas. Okay. Avyapti is where, I mean, a lakshana, when you are trying to characterize a thing, say you are trying to characterize a gauhu, you are trying to characterize a cow, you are trying to define what is a cow. Okay. If your definition does not include a particular kind of cow, I mean, what is a definition? That definition should apply to all cows. Okay, that is the first thing. If it does not apply to one particular kind of a cow, say you are saying a cow has two horns and there is a cow which does not have horns, then there is avyapti. Your definition is faulty because it does not apply to a cow which you are trying to define. Now on the other hand, if you put a definition which applies to all cows but it also applies to some other thing, say you say a cow is something which has 4 legs. I mean, I am giving a very simplistic example. A cow has 4 legs and it applies to all other things. It applies to horses, it applies to everything else. Then there is ativyapti. That is, it is applying to all cows, correct. It covers your lakshya, but it is going beyond it. It also applies to something else. Then it is ativyapti. So it cannot be the definition of a cow. And there is asambhava. Asambhava is where you put a definition which is not found in your thing at all. Say if you say it is 2-legged, if you are saying a cow is 2-legged, you will not find any 2-legged cow. So that is asambhava. So all shastras, any lakshana which is given can have 3 of these doshas. So a lakshana, a perfect lakshana is one which is free from all 3 doshas. Okay. So here he is trying to define guna and he shows how each word is required and what is the dosha that it prevents, and finally we will see what the guna means. I mean, it's a very, very interesting thing to know how actually Shastrartha is done. I mean, not just here, but it is mostly like Tarka. I mean, Lakshanas you generally find in Tarka, but here you see where Mahabhashya defines it very precisely. So, but it's a detailed thing, so maybe we can take it up tomorrow. So for now, I mean, let's just finish this sutra. Voto Gunavachanat. For a Gunavachana, you can just assume that Gunavachana is a thing which gives a quality. Okay, refers to something with doing with quality. So mridvi, mridduhu iti udaharanam. Mridu, that which is soft ityarthe. Mridu iti ukarantam gunavachanam. Tasmat va nish. Vikalpena nish bhavati. Nish bhavati chet mridvi iti rupam. Nishah bhave mriduhu. Mridu ityeva bhavati. Strilinge api mriduhu. Dhenuhu iti vat. Mriduhu iti rupam bhavati. So there are two other markers here. So we will complete this sutra and then we can come back to the Gunavachana tomorrow. Utaha kim shuchihi ukarantad gunavacanadeva bhavati. So only when the word is ukaranta you will have nish. So if it is ikaranta like shuchihi, that which is clean, swachham ityarthe shuchi shabdah asti. Gunavachanam kintu ikarantah. Tasmat nish na bhavati. Guna iti kim akhuhu. Gunavachanasya eva bhavati. Akhuhu ityasti. Mushikaha ityartah. It is ukaranta, but it is not a gunavachana. Tasmat nish na bhavati. Akhuhu ityeva rupam. Strilinge api. Since it is not akaranta, even though it is jati, you will not have jati lakshana nish also. So it is akhuhu ityeva rupam. अत्र एकं वार्तिकम् अस्ति खरु संयोगोपधात् न इति वार्तिकम्. खरु शब्दात् संयोगोपधात् च वोतो गुणवचनात् इति नीश् न इत्यर्थः. So for the word kharu and for a word which has sanyoga in the upadha, upadhayam sanyogah asti chet voto gunavachanat ityanena nish pratyayah na bhavati iti uchyate. So kharu patimvara kanya iti na kharu shabdah patimvara kanya. So a girl who is eager to marry, to have a pati, is called kharu. So patimvara kanya iti व्याख्याने पतिलाभोत्कंठावती इत्यर्थः. औत्कंठ्य लक्षण गुणोपसर्जन द्रव्यवाचितया गुणवाचित्वात् प्राप्तिः. It is a gunavachana because outkanthya is a guna. So having that utkantha, that's a gunavachana. So you would have had nish by oto gunavachana, but kharu sanyogopadhanna iti vartikena निषिध्यते नीश न भवति खरुः इत्येव रूपम्. संयोगोपधात्, if there is संयोग in the upadha, पाण्डुः इत्यस्ति, उकारः अन्ते अस्ति, नकार डकारयोः संयोगः उपधायाम् अस्ति, संयोगोपधात् न भवति इति उच्यते. उक्तत्वात् पाण्डुः इत्यस्य श्वेतवर्णयुक्तः, white इत्यर्थः. So it will not have a nish because it is संयोगोपधा. Panduhu iti rupam. Next sutra is Bahvadibhyascha. We'll stop here today. Tomorrow we will look at the discussion on Gunavachana from Balamanorama and then move on to other sutras. Any questions? येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते.